Welcome back to Pinterest. Now that you've created your account, I'm going to show you some of the basic features that the main Pinterest page has to offer. The first thing you should always make sure of before you start is that you're logged in. If you go to the top right hand corner, you'll see your username stated clearly on the top right hand. Pinterest usually keeps you signed in to whatever computer you use most often so that you don't have to keep logging in. However, it's always good practice to double check. So now that I'm ready and logged in, I want to show you the main page of Pinterest. Pinterest's main page is a news feed. The news feed is very similar to the news feed that you would see on Facebook or Twitter. It goes in order from the most recent posts to the oldest posts. So as you scroll down, you're getting into older posts that have been placed. So as I take a look, I can see that there's a lot of different things that it has to offer. But I want to start looking at Pinterest in different categories. So if I go on the top of the Pinterest page, I'll see different areas that I can click on to sort the pins in different ways. As a first-time Pinterest user, I suggest scrolling over the Categories tab and selecting something of interest. Being a teacher, I'm always looking for new ideas, so I am constantly looking in the education area to see what the most recent pinners have posted. So if I go through, I can see these are just some of the most recent posts by Pinterest users. Now something to keep in mind is that not everything that you see is always in the correct category. So if I click on education, I sometimes might not think that food or recipes would come up, but they just happen to be placed in that category for some reason. So you still have to do a lot of weeding as you go through. You can also take a look at every post that's been placed on Pinterest, which will give you a wide range of things, but it's definitely not very specific. Another area I go into a lot is popular. Popular is going to show you what posts have been reposted over and over and over again. So you're seeing the most popular ones on Pinterest. Okay? You're also going to see an area that says gifts, and it's a pretty cool feature if you're, especially around the holidays right now. You're going to see different places where you can select monetary amount. So if you want to spend between $1 and $20, then it will bring up what some pinners have posted for that price amount. So that's pretty interesting too. Another feature I wanted to show you is down in the bottom right-hand corner. And this becomes really helpful when you're scrolling and scrolling and scrolling for an hour, and all of a sudden you realize that your scroll bar is all the way down at the bottom. So instead of having to scroll all the way back up, you can now that you have your Pinterest account and you understand all the basic features that Pinterest has to offer. Now to bring you back to the main page, creating boards so that you can pin all the great things that you're finding right back. So that icon. Let's take a look at the categories tab at the top of the page. One other area that I want to show you I'm going to start looking at education. So I'm going to scroll over, you look at the left-hand side, you should see your take a look at some of the most recent pins. Every time you follow a pinner or their activity, it'll probably spend a lot of time looking at all these great things. If you've never used Pinterest before, this timeline will be blank and probably have a welcome message. Wow, but once you start following lots of people or boards, their pins will show up here. Some of these things I might actually want to see area on the Pinterest to look at later is the search option, but I can't do that until I've created a board. You can type in anything that you're looking for. This is a great option to show you how to do right now. If you go to the very top of your page, what you're going to see is not always what you get on Pinterest. Click on that. Pinterest is only as good as its pinners. From here, you have three different options. It can only place pins into categories if they're labeled clearly for the pinner who pinned it. These two options, add a pin, now that you know some of the basic features, I'm going to show you later on around. But for now, we're just going to create a board, and then watch my tutorial on how to create boards and pin effectively. It's pretty easy to make sure that you're adding in a couple pieces of information. See you next time. And your board is ready to be added to. So I'm going to say that right now I'm going to do holiday activities. So I gave my board the name of holiday activities. I'm going to select a category that I think it fits under, and I'm going to say education. We'll keep it broad. Now, Pinterest has added a couple new features. The secret feature, which is to create secret boards that nobody else can see but those that you allow. We're not going to worry about that right now, so we're going to keep that checked off. There's also an area where you can add friends that are allowed to pin onto your board. because as of right now, you are the only person that's allowed to add anything into this board. So we're not going to worry about that either, but we will come back to those options. So for now, we have a board title, we have the category that it fits in, and we know that we are the creator of the board. These two options leave blank. Now click Create a Board, and you are now inside your board page. Well, the first thing you're going to see is that there's nothing inside of here, and that's okay because we haven't added anything. But if I were to go back to my education page and find something that I felt like fit into that board, I could add it. Now to check to see that your board is there, you could always go into your username, scroll over the top, click on boards, and it will show you all the boards that you have created. Now I've been using Pinterest for quite a while, so I have quite a good number of boards in here, but if I scroll to the bottom, I should see that new board that I created. So now anytime I come across holiday activities, I can now add it inside of that board. I hope that this helps, and I hope that you can continue making as many boards as possible. Just remember that you are allowed to do as many boards as you want. The options are endless, but try to keep yourself as organized as possible so that you can always refer back to all those great things that you found. See my next video on how to pin inside your board.